At his peak, the Liver King was gaining over 1 million followers a month. Now, he can't go a single month without losing thousands.
He exposed that Liver King's entire online presence was based upon a lie.
The millions of views on his over-the-top raw liver routines have vanished, and lately the internet has been treating him as nothing more than a fraud.
Liver King! Oh, so strong. Liver likes, that's what you are.
This is Brian Johnson. But you probably know him as the Liver King. To his millions of followers, he's the ultimate primal, a man who conquered the modern world by returning to the wild. He operates out of Austin, Texas, on a massive property he calls the Liver Ranch. This isn't just a home, it's a stage. It's where Brian films barbaric workouts in 100-degree heat and drags sleds across dirt, all to sell a very specific image. But the ancestral lifestyle comes with a price. To be like him, you have to buy his personal supplement line, from bovine trachea to king-branded testicles. Brian turned raw organs into a 9-figure empire. And yet, despite obvious signs of surgery and a body more like a plastic action figure than a caveman, Brian kept one simple lie alive: he was 100% natural.
Sidetrack, but I'll say this. Do you think if I was on steroids, I would have these fucking appendages down here, these legs?
Have legs?
Do you see how fucking little my fucking legs are?
In reality, the ancestral king was all about steroids. And he wasn't just dabbling, he was taking a massive cocktail, the kind most professional bodybuilders would call extreme. Despite his secret $11,000 a month habit, Brian carried on, pretending his superhuman build came solely from eating organ meat and following his ancestral lifestyle. Ridiculous? Absolutely. But it worked. His social media exploded. Over 1 million subscribers on YouTube, 3 million on Instagram, 6 million on TikTok. People were hooked on the spectacle, and Brian leaned into it. He promised his followers they could achieve his jacked, primal physique too. All they had to do was eat raw organs, endure brutal workouts, and buy his expensive supplements. Millions of people were fooled. But as he would eventually learn, a kingdom built on lies can only stand for so long.
Steroids. The question has always been, do you take steroids? Do you take PEDs? The answer to that is no. I've always told the truth, I still tell the truth.
At his peak, Brian was reportedly making $100 million a year from the Liver King brand, and whether it was $100 million or $10 million, one thing was clear: he was printing money. Then, in late 2022, everything came crashing down when another fitness YouTuber, Derek, aka More Plates, More Dates, dropped a bombshell. He got hold of private emails between Brian and a bodybuilding coach, and the emails were a smoking gun. Brian wasn't just enhanced, he was injecting $11,000 worth of steroids and HGH every single month. And that ancestral build? The result of 16 different performance-enhancing drugs cycled at once. Every claim he'd been selling about the ancestral lifestyle was completely false, and Derek didn't just post a tweet, he made a massive, hour-long expose breaking down every lie Brian had ever told. The video went viral, so viral in fact that Derek ended up on the Joe Rogan podcast, where Rogan, who had long been skeptical, finally got the proof. By the end of the episode, the Liver King had become the biggest laughingstock in the fitness world.
Completely makes sense, but that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, it seemed like just a matter of time for him.
There's no way you can look like that.
No.
In your 40s, I mean, he's preposterously jacked.
Once the expose went viral, the backlash was immediate. People weren't just disappointed, they were calling him a fraud. And Brian? He had no choice but to respond. He posted an apology video, admitting he had lied about being natural.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people.
Even PewDiePie got involved, making a video reacting to and rating Brian's apology.
Social media, I was rich and anonymous. And after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous.
The fuck does that have to do with anything?
In his apology video, Brian promised to do better, starting immediately. But people weren't buying it. He had deceived millions, and the backlash kept coming. Soon after, he was hit with a $25 million class action lawsuit, accused of deceptive marketing, claiming his supplements gave him his ancestral physique when it was really the steroids. The case was eventually dropped, but by then, the damage was done. His reputation ruined, his career in shambles, Brian retreated from social media, disappearing from the public eye for a while. That is, until 2025. Apparently, he hasn't forgotten the humiliation of Derek going on Joe Rogan's podcast years earlier. Out of nowhere, Brian started posting cryptic videos on Instagram, directly targeting Joe and threatening him, proof that some grudges run deep.
Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out. My name's Liver King. Man to man. I'm picking a fight with you. Yeah.
Just pulling up. Guess what? You're dead, bitch.
Brian didn't stop there. He began posting numerous call-out videos, clearly trying to get Joe's attention, but someone else noticed them too, the police, and one video was especially concerning because Brian announced he was traveling to Austin, where Joe lives.
Pulling up. Guess what? You're dead, bitch.
The police got involved. They contacted Joe, who said he had never interacted with Brian but that Brian's messages seemed mentally unstable and were being treated as a threat. A warrant was issued. By this time, Brian was in Austin, staying at the Four Seasons Hotel. He was arrested, and a few days later, he was released on bail. Joe Rogan had a restraining order against him. Brian was required to stay at least 200 yards away.
Your first name starts with a J, and the last name is Rogan. I actually do invite your family, and I take it back. I invite you to come to meet my family. That's what I invite. But because of these things, the ankle monitor, stuff like that, and because of the law, I can't invite you to do that. Not tonight.
But he didn't stop there. Brian continued posting threatening videos directed at Joe Rogan, escalating the situation further.
Probably don't know who I am. My name is Liver King. I'm picking a fight. My fight is in principle.
Yeah, I'm on the road. Heading to you, Joe Rogan. You up. The Liver King cells have been activated all across the country. And here I come from North Carolina, straight to your punk ass. Joe Rogan, you're a trained black belt. I've got no training. This should be light work for you. But the thing is, it won't. Because you're a subprimal.
Then, in April 2025, Netflix released a documentary titled The Untold Story of the Liver King. Reactions were mixed. Many viewers criticized Netflix for giving him a platform, arguing he didn't deserve the spotlight after all the controversy.